My advice for women starting their careers is, and especially in this packaging and branding industry, is really to have a vision of what you want to achieve and to move forward towards that. You don't have to be moving very fast, but you do need to keep learning and challenging yourself.
Get to know the production process, understand the importance of things like colour and the different printing processes that are available. You don't have to be an SME and know everything, but a good, solid, all-round knowledge will really put you in good stead for the future.
I would tell you to take every opportunity that you can to get as much knowledge as you can so that you feel confident in the conversations that you're having and you feel that you can really be in the places where decisions are being made.
I think when I finished school, I enrolled in a course that I didn't realise I'd be one of the only females in, which was an industrial design degree. So we spent a lot of time with heavy machinery and equipment and, you know, all the jokes of don't break a nail. But I persisted, and by the time I graduated, there was a massive influx of women into the industry and they were all winning fantastic design awards. So it was just really nice to see how things have changed.
For me, the biggest barrier has been imposter syndrome, and having spoken to a number of women, I'm definitely not alone in this.
But also barriers are trying to be everything to everybody. I wanted to be an involved and present mother. I also wanted to be a valued employee, and sometimes it was hard to balance. A balancing act that I don't believe most men seem to struggle with quite as much.
I encourage you to build your network. Find people that you trust and that inspire you to be a mentor and who you can go to for advice and guidance. And keep in contact with the colleagues who've moved on. Our industry is actually really small, and it's more than likely you'll come into contact with the same people as you move roles or as they move and change jobs too.
Remember that everyone can learn and do anything, regardless of your age or your gender.
Be determined, tenacious, and remain positive. You are more likely to receive a higher number of no's to your applications before you get that elusive yes.
Women with a lot of grit inspire me. It takes a lot of patience and perseverance to have that keep going, never give up attitude. And women are multitaskers in general, and to be able to keep that focus and keep that attitude inspires me a lot.
Someone very near and dear to my heart, which is my mom. She is a single mom. She raised 2 children on a teacher's salary and showed me the importance of being independent, for making sure that anything that you did with excellence.
There are so many, it is tough to choose, but I'll go for Greta Thunberg. She's an inspiration in so many ways, and not only in terms of ecology, but also in terms of speaking up and making a difference.
I believe that it's really hard to have a vision and to think that you can achieve something if you haven't seen it, which is why the representation of women in senior roles is really important. And I see that whilst I've been in the communications industry, the amount of women in senior roles has definitely increased.
So when I go to the client, I see more women managers or women directors than before. That is good.
I think the main one is the flexibility for working parents, particularly mums. You know, more than 10, 15 years ago, you know, women had to come back to work full time and really sacrifice the family time.
I wish more people realize that being a woman in the workplace is an advantage. It is an advantage for us as individuals and an advantage collectively.
You can never have a bad hair day because everyone knows it.
You should really know is that we love it. We love being in the workplace. We love being challenged. We love being included. We love being, a part of the conversation.
Probably that passion can sometimes be interpreted as emotion when you're a woman. So don't take things personally. It's okay if not everybody likes you.
To read and to question further really helps, and to stay creative, it's important to make these connections and expanding and improving your knowledge base really helps.
I always thought I had to work harder or smarter or longer, and all of those things can and often do lead to burnout. What I know now is that having a balanced life, in fact, really fuels your resilience and your passion for both life and work.
It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be uncomfortable, and it's okay to fail.
For me, it's always making sure that I'm exhibiting listening skills and really taking that time to understand where my colleagues are coming from and being very much an empathetic leader.
I have learned that we should never stop trying to improve ourselves. We need to continue to read more books, listen to more podcasts, sign up for more training. We need to be coachable so that we in turn can coach others.
Be yourself. Don't judge. Don't be afraid. Teach with humility. Understand your values and prioritize them.
The reality is that women are unprepared for many of the challenges they face in the workplace, and the biggest one is probably silent gender bias. People still think manager, think male, and this is so even though many studies show that men and women are equally effective as leaders.
Women often have to work harder and put in more effort to be a leader because the norm is that a man is the boss and in charge. So it is definitely harder for women to get to where they want to be.
Having the belief that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. Women are very self-critical with a tendency to overanalyze, which can hold them back. Believing in yourself and knowing that you are capable will serve you well on the leadership path.
It's really around the fact that I am benefiting from a lot of hard work that women have done before me in breaking through into occupations that were never historically open to women.
International Women's Day is a day dedicated to honouring the achievements of women throughout history. All across the globe, it's one day of the year women from all different backgrounds and cultures band together to fight for gender equality and women's rights. And if that's not a reason to celebrate it, I really don't know what is.
International Women's Day reminds us that there have been many brave and inspiring women before us, such as Clara Zetkin or Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who didn't fit in the role assigned to them, but stood up for women's equality against all odds.
Look, I think it's great that we celebrate International Women's Day, and I think it's great that we celebrate anything, especially when it's about diversity and inclusion. But I do also push back on the idea of that we should give equal rights to everyone, and that should not just be women. So I'm glad when I achieve a role, I want to get it because not just because they're trying to tick an equality box, but because I'm the best person for the job.
Hi.